Alright, Rag Boy here from Wake 9 again. We got Sean Cummings, professional wake surfer from Inland Surfer. Been having a great time out here today. And we're going to show you another trick. It's kind of an easy one. It's a little bit tougher to master, but it's easy to practice. So once you get the fundamentals down, you can really get out there and practice and maybe throw it down. And what are we calling this trick, Sean?
I think we're going to call it...
A backside
180 to switch is basically what it was called.
Switch.
I mean, it's somebody please post something, see what you want to call it. But basically what it is, you can do it on both boards, the skim style and the surf style that we talked about earlier. But what you do is, instead of getting up on your board normal, say if you're a regular foot rider, you'd start off on your board backwards and basically have your front foot somewhere up in this area, your back foot somewhere back in here, more towards the toe side. It's going to help you keep an edge, especially since you have no fin in the water. What you do is keep the rope in your hand, try to find that edge, hold that edge real good, drop your rope, throw in your rope, do what you need to do to get rid of your rope. Hold that pose, and the easiest thing to do, take the right hand. You're going to sit here right this. Just imagine your surfing pose. Stay just like that. Take your right hand, karate chop the wake, follow it around, and you will come around to switch, no problem. And you can keep on riding switch. Also, to help on that trick, just try riding switch. Ride switch a little bit first, then go for this backside 180 to switch. It's one of the great tricks out there and very versatile.
Yeah, and this trick can also lead you into other tricks later. But the great thing about this trick is, one, you're going to learn how to ride your board backwards, which can really help you to do other tricks later. And then two, you're going to learn to ride your board switch, which also will lead to other tricks. And the great thing is you could practice both of those independently using the rope. So first, learn to ride your board backwards. Then, learn to ride your board switch. Then, put the trick together. And Sean's going to get back there, going to show you how to throw it, and we're going to have RJ see if he can attempt it too. And I'm sure RJ's probably going to fall down how many, 30, 40 times, RJ?
He's going to be our guinea pig too.
Yeah, RJ's the guinea pig. But it's a great trick because it's easy to practice. Get behind the boat, and dads and the drivers will like this one a little bit too because you practice a lot with the rope, which doesn't mean you're going to be turning around every 2 minutes, so it's kind of cool. So let's show some video and let's get this trick out there.
Alright, so we see Sean here riding backwards. He got up backwards and then he does a 180 and he's riding switch. And you can see he's practicing with the rope, which he really doesn't need to do, but he's showing you how you can easily practice riding switch with the rope, which is very helpful. Now he's riding backwards. I'm going to have a little fun with Sean here, but basically you see he's telling you how he's got his feet placed on the edge and he's riding backwards in the wave, and he does his surf stance, karate chop. And this is funny, he couldn't stop rotating. He wanted to do just a 180, but that Inland Surfer moss board is so fast, it just wants to keep spinning, and he's trying to stop. He just can't do it. And he's kind of pissed off at himself, so he gets up and tries it again. Hopefully Sean's not going to be too mad at me for showing his failed attempts at trying to stop the moss from rotating, but I just can't help it. We had so much fun out on the boat watching him try to stop the board from rotating. He's just so used to doing a 360. He's going to do it again, and he's going to over-rotate again, which is really funny. Karate chop, and there he goes. I'm not sure why I find this so funny, but I just do. You had to be out there on the boat with us. We were having a great time. Here he goes again. And, now he's trying to bury the nose to try to stop him from rotating, and instead he just purls. So I think he's going to do one more try here. And he just can't do it. Oh, man. Watching his arms wave like that, like Tweety Bird, just cracks me up. So Sean gets out the Inland Surfer Black Pearl, which he had on the boat with us. And you can instantly see when he was riding the Black Pearl that it rode different than the Moss. His Mach is much quicker and much easier to rotate. And you can just see by the way he was riding it that the Moss was faster and wanted to rotate even more. So he thought maybe if you did the Black Pearl, he'd have an easier time doing a 180 and not continuing to a 360. However, here we go. He's about to do a karate chop, and nope, he still just couldn't keep it from over rotating. So we threw him out the Walker Project Grom board, and he said, "Let me try that one." And he left the center fin in it, which makes it really tough to spin, and I didn't think he'd be able to ride it backwards, but this is like his first attempt. He got right on it, started riding backwards, threw the rope in, and you can see he's kind of ticked off. He wants to do it. And he did it. He just kind of fell off the back. This is his third attempt, and boom, no problem. So there you have it, Sean Cummings doing the backside 180 to switch on the Walker Project ground board, and did a great job pulling that off, and had a lot of fun with him on the boat with his crazy attempts trying to do it on the skim board. So if you're doing the skim, you might want to just do backside 360 because it's tough to stop that thing from rotating. So now we have RJ out there, and this is his first time riding the Black Pearl, and you can see he's learning how to ride switch here, and he's doing pretty good at it. Like I said, he's never really ridden the Black Pearl before. In a second he's gonna throw the rope in because he gets it pretty quick. It's a pretty easy board to ride switch, although it is very squirrely if you're not used to riding skim, if you're used to riding surfboard, especially if you ride a thruster or a quad fin. And here he is riding backwards. Now, it's very difficult to ride backwards on some surf style boards, especially the Walker JWSM board. James Walker just makes it look amazingly simple when he rides backwards, but it's very tough. So RJ is doing it here on the Black Pearl, and it's a lot easier to ride this board backwards, although you can see there how squirrely it is without any fin on the back. Karate chop, and he almost pulls it off on his first try, but same problem, he over rotates a little bit. Okay, so get out there and practice, have fun, and keep surfing just like RJ.